The stars above the Nevada desert burned like accusatory eyes, and in the shadow of a crumbling gas station, an alien girl with skin like shattered moonlight clutched a tiny bundle to her chest, screaming, "Don't take her, she's just 3." Her voice echoed across the barren highway, a desperate plea that cut through the night like a laser. I froze in my truck, headlights slicing the darkness, my hands gripping the wheel until my knuckles turned white. I'd been driving for hours, running from a life that had already crumbled. Divorce papers still fresh in the glove box, my daughter's photo tucked in my wallet like a ghost. But nothing prepared me for this. A creature not of this world, her eyes glowing faintly blue, begging to shadows that moved like living smoke. The shadows resolved into figures, tall, armored beings with helmets that hummed with energy, their weapons pulsing with an otherworldly light. They advanced on her, silent and relentless, like reapers from some forgotten myth. She backed away, her small frame trembling, the bundle in her arms wriggling faintly. A child? Her child? The thought hit me like a punch. What the hell was happening here, in the middle of nowhere, USA? But that was only the beginning. I killed the engine, my heart pounding. My name is Jack Harlan, ex-Marine, current nobody, just a guy hauling freight across states to forget the mess I'd made of my family. Iraq had left me with scars, both the kind you see and the kind that whisper in the dark. I'd lost my little girl, Emily, to custody battles and my own damn temper. She was 5 now, or so the letters said. Seeing this alien mother, or whatever she was clutching her young one, it stirred something primal. Something I couldn't ignore. The lead figure raised a gauntlet, a beam of light scanning the girl. She flinched, her voice breaking. "Please, she's innocent. We crashed here by accident. Take me instead." Her words were in English, but accented with clicks and hums, like a translator glitching in her throat. The bundle cried, a soft, ethereal wail that made the air shimmer. I stepped out of the truck, boots crunching on gravel. "Hey!" I shouted, my voice rough from disuse. The figures turned, their visors reflecting my silhouette like mirrors to hell. What was I doing? This wasn't my fight, but her eyes met mine, wide, terrified, yet holding a spark of hope. And in that moment, I knew I couldn't walk away. What came next would drag me into a war between worlds. The armored beings, aliens, no doubt, halted, assessing me like I was an insect. One spoke, its voice a mechanical grind. "Human, this does not concern you. The hybrid must be retrieved." Hybrid? The word hung in the air, heavy with implication. The girl gasped, clutching the child tighter. "No, she's not yours." I raised my hands, palms out, but my mind raced. My service pistol was in the cab, but against these things? Futile. Still, I edged closer. "Look, I don't know what's going on, but you can't just snatch a kid in the dead of night. Not on my watch." The leader tilted its head, a low chuckle emanating from its suit. "Your watch ends here." A pulse of energy shot from its weapon, grazing my shoulder, searing pain exploding like fire. I dropped to one knee, gritting my teeth. The girl screamed, darting toward me, but another beam forced her back. None of us were prepared for the truth that was about to unfold. As I staggered up, the desert wind whipped up dust, and in the distance, lights flickered. More of them? No, something else. A low hum built in the air, vibrating my bones. The girl whispered, "They're the collectors from Zorith Prime. They created her." Created? My mind reeled. She wasn't just an alien, this was something deeper engineered. The child in her arms stirred, tiny hands reaching out, hands with faint scales, eyes like hers. A hybrid, half alien, half, what? Human? The collectors advanced again, but I lunged, grabbing a loose rock and hurling it. It bounced off armor harmlessly, but it bought time. "Run!" I yelled to her. She hesitated, then bolted toward my truck. I followed, pain shooting through my arm, diving into the cab as beams lit up the night. We peeled out, tires screeching, the collectors' vehicles, sleek hovering crafts, giving chase. In the rear view, their lights pursued like hungry wolves, but escaping them was just the spark to a larger fire. Her name was Lyra, She told me as we tore down the highway, the child, Ilara, whimpering in her lap. We fled Zoreth when the experiments began, Lyra said, her voice trembling. They spliced genes, create weapons. Ilara, she's part human. From samples they stole decades ago. Human? My stomach twisted. Roswell Area 5-1. All those conspiracy theories suddenly felt too real. Why Earth? I asked, swerving to avoid an energy blast that cratered the road behind us. Earth's DNA is resilient, adaptable. They want hybrids for their wars. She glanced at Ilara, stroking her hair, fine strands that shimmered like starlight. But she's more than that. She's my daughter. I was her surrogate, but I love her. The word love from an alien mouth hit hard. I thought of Emily, her laughter echoing in memories. I get it, I muttered. Lost my own kid. Not like this, but yeah. A blast rocked the truck, sparks flying from the engine. We skidded to a stop in a cloud of dust. The collectors closed in. What I discovered next would shatter my understanding of humanity. Trapped, we abandoned the truck, scrambling into the desert rocks. Lyra's skin glowed faintly, illuminating our path, a bioluminescent trait from her world. They track us through Ilara's implant, she confessed. I can't remove it without killing her. Implant? Great. We hunkered behind boulders as the hovering crafts landed, boots thudding on sand. I pulled my pistol, chambering around. Any weaknesses? Their suits rely on neural links. Disrupt the frequency. She trailed off, eyes widening. From her wrist, a small device hummed, a makeshift jammer. She activated it, and the collectors staggered, clutching helmets. We ran, but one grabbed Lyra, slamming her down. Ilara cried out. Rage surged through me. I fired, bullets pinging off armor until one cracked a visor. The alien recoiled, green ichor leaking. We escaped into a canyon, hearts racing. But freedom was an illusion. Dawn broke over the horizon, painting the desert in blood-red hues. We found shelter in an abandoned mine shaft, Ilara finally sleeping in Lyra's arms. I bandaged my shoulder, wincing. Tell me everything, I said. From the start, Lyra's story poured out like a confession. Zoreth Prime, a dying planet in the Andromeda Galaxy, ravaged by endless wars. Their scientists developed gene-splicing tech to create super soldiers. Earth, with its biodiversity, became their lab. Abductions, experiments, humans were guinea pigs. Lyra, a low-caste worker, was assigned to nurture the hybrids. But when Ilara was born, something changed. She has emotions they can't control, Lyra said. Human emotions. Compassion. They fear it'll weaken their army. I leaned back against the cold wall, processing. And you? Why risk everything? Her blue eyes met mine, vulnerable. Because I felt it too. For the first time, I felt alive. A bond formed in that dim shaft, fragile as glass. But outside, the hum of crafts grew louder. The hunt was far from over. We emerged at midday, stealing a jeep from a nearby ghost town. Ilara babbled softly, her tiny voice a mix of clicks and coos, innocent yet alien. I drove north toward the Rockies, hoping to lose them in the mountains. Lyra tinkered with her device, boosting the jammer. Why me? I asked, why did I step in? You have a father's heart, she replied. I saw it in your eyes. Guilt gnawed at me. Emily's face flashed, her last birthday, me yelling at her mom. I'd failed her. Now this? Redemption? Or just another screw-up? A sudden explosion ahead, roadblock. Collectors ambushed us, forcing a detour into rugged terrain. The jeep bounced, Ilara screaming. In the chaos, a revelation hit. Lyra wasn't just fleeing, she had a plan. There's a portal, she whispered, hidden in the mountains. If we reach it, we can escape to a neutral world. Portal? My world tilted again. But reaching it would test us beyond breaking. The chase intensified, craft swooping like predators. I swerved through canyons, bullets, and beams exchanging fire. Lyra returned shots with her energy pistol, scavenged from a fallen collector. Ilara's cries pierced it in. We crashed through a barrier, the jeep flipping, pain everywhere. I crawled out, pulling them free. On foot now, we climbed, legs burning. At a cliff's edge, a collector cornered us. The hybrid is property of Zoreth, it intoned. Lyra stood defiant. She's a child. I charged, tackling it over the edge. We tumbled, rocks scraping skin. At the bottom, I pinned it, smashing its helmet. Inside, a face like Lyra's, but twisted by augments. They were her people, betraying their own. The horror deepened. Limping, we pressed on. Lyra revealed more. The collectors were elite enforcers brainwashed. I was one once, she admitted, shame in her voice. Before Ilara. Her confession hung heavy. Trust frayed, but Ilara's hand in mine, tiny warm, kept me going. Night fell, stars mocking us. We camped in a cave, sharing stories. Mine of Earth wars, loss. Hers of cosmic battles, isolation. Bonds strengthened amid vulnerability. But dawn brought betrayal. A signal flared. Lyra's device? No. Ilara's implant activated, summoning more. They found us. Lyra wept. We ran, but they swarmed. Captured, bound in energy cuffs, dragged to their ship, a massive vessel cloaked in the valley. Inside, sterile halls gleamed. The commander, a towering figure, loomed. You meddled, human. Now witness the harvest. Harvest? My blood ran cold. They separated us. I was thrown into a cell, Lyra and Ilara taken to a lab. Through a viewing port, I saw dozens of hybrids in pods, eyes vacant. Ilara was next. Rage fueled me. I picked the lock with a shard, sneaking through vents. What I overheard changed everything. In the command room, the commander spoke. The human gene isn't just for strength. It's for control. Emotions make them loyal to us. Lyra had lied? No, she didn't know. The hybrids were weapons, programmed with human empathy twisted into obedience. I burst in, freeing Lyra. We grabbed Ilara, alarms blaring. Escape pods launched us toward the portal. But the commander pursued, ship firing. We crashed near the portal, a swirling vortex in a hidden cave. Ilara's implant pulsed, trying to deactivate her. Lyra sobbed. I can't save her alone. Together, we jury-rigged her device, overriding the implant. Pain racked Ilara, but she survived. The commander landed, confronting us. You can't win. Zoreth owns the stars. I faced him. Not this one. Battle ensued. Fists, beams, raw will. Lyra struck the final blow, her past redeemed. We stepped through the portal to a new world. Lush, peaceful, alien yet welcoming. Ilara giggled, free. Lyra turned to me. Stay. I thought of Emily. I have to go back. Fix things. A bittersweet farewell. But as the portal closed, hope lingered. Back on Earth, I drove home, photo in hand. The sky no longer screamed, just whispered promises. And in the stars, a new light shone for all of us.